Yeah, so I've got no idea what we're doing now. Do we just explore the town? Until we find the sewer entrance? Or unless we get a sign or something. What does it look like out here? Am I missing something? Oh, hang on, did the dogs disappear? But were they there before? Ah, okay. So yeah, the town's changed. But we're still in the Nightmare Town. It's just, for some reason now, this building is right in front of us. Was this there before though? I don't think the staircase was there, was it? I think it was like round the other side or something. Anyway, let's go and fight the butterfly or the moth or whatever the hell it is. So I think once we end this fight, it triggers our return to the real world. And that's how we can get across to the... Oh dear god. That thing's pretty horrific when you look at it. Like... Oh dear. Can we do this with a handgun? Okay. Doesn't seem to be doing much damage. I love how like moths in games are just like they're there, but then they're pretty useless at the same time. Like, because the moths in were they moths in Resident Evil were pretty useless, weren't they? Like the ones in Code Veronica were a pain because they could poison you, but like generally speaking, they weren't scary, and you weren't worried about getting hit by them. God damn it. Should I be downstairs when I do this? I can't. It's really hard to tell. Okay, that works. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty horrific, isn't it? It's a pretty decent design. So in some respects I do prefer the monster design in 1 to 2 and 3. I mean, like, some of the monsters are super cliche in 1, like well, zombie dogs obviously being a big one. Wonder if new supplies will have appeared. And what was the other one? Oh, the pterodactyl things, and the is it like the slothman or something? The giant like bear sloth things that jump on you. They just look dumb to me. But then a lot of the monsters have real bases. Bases. I'm gonna say bases. Like they're based off real things, like the pterodactyl creatures or the dog creatures. You can say, oh, it looks like such and such. Whereas the monsters in 2, like, they don't look like creatures, they look like, for the most part, inanimate objects, which obviously is intentional and works for the game. Yeah, let's just head for where we need to get to. Oh dear. But then, the fact they don't look like anything, like, well, they look like stuff, obviously, like the manga kings look like manga kings, and the lying figures look like guys in straitjackets or whatever. Faceless people in straitjackets. But it's like they don't have as much of a presence because they generally they don't look like living things, if that makes sense. They're not recognisable. Oh, okay. And we've just skipped over to here, apparently. Which I'm not complaining about. But yeah, the monsters in this I like to a certain degree because they look like recognisable things. Recognisable creatures. I think we need to hit the lock to get in here. Assume the position. I mean, a lot of the enemies don't look like great recognisable creatures, but it's cool that they do look like creatures of some sort, I guess, because it's really hard to do anything else with like PS1 graphics, isn't it? Like with 2, they could afford to make the monsters look more interesting, like more subtle, and you can't really do that with PS1 graphics, can you? So the sewer area is kind of annoying, if I remember correctly, because the creatures down here are kind of a pain. I think you can avoid them for the most part. Oh, bugs. Damn, that was a good hit. Why doesn't that hit though? Like, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I like the... Like, I mean, the designs aren't great in this. But then... like these things, what the hell are they supposed to be? I think the biggest problem with it is just that it's a PS1 game. So, like, it can't do, like, really amazing things with its creature design. Although having said that, Resident Evil 1 had some... Well, not Resident Evil 1, but 2 and 3 had some really good monster designs. And I think to some extent, like, Nemesis is a result of the limitations of the PS1. Because, like, he looks a bit too over the top for, like, modern graphics, doesn't he? Because he's just like this grotesque zombie creature. And I don't think we've seen any monsters quite as obviously grotesque as him since they moved to even the previous gen graphics, really. You know, like PS2. You are dead. Do not pass go. Okay, this seems to work on them. Again, it's a timing thing though, isn't it? This is usually the point in the game where I've just got annoyed. And I'm just rushing through this bit because I can't be arsed with these guys. Because they are just like an annoyance at this point. We came from there, didn't we? We'll have a look around. I do want to make sure I pick up like everything I can and explore the area. Keep out. That one's locked though, it's not like jammed or anything, so maybe we can come back and open that. Maybe? Please? I was about to say, are those bodies or what? But yeah, like I think The monster designs aren't great in this, but I like some of the monster designs more than the sort of inhuman designs, or like, I don't want to say inhuman because these ones are inhuman as well, aren't they? But like, they look less like, oh, like actual creatures or monsters that could that are aware and can attack you, sort of thing. But then I think as well, like the monsters in 2 and 3 has some really good monsters. Are really well designed. They're really thoughtful, and I think that's not as true with these monsters. Again, maybe it's just the graphical fidelity. Okay, we can go through there. Maybe it's just a graphical fidelity issue though. So again, that's locked. It doesn't say it's jammed. It's locked. So maybe we can come back and open that. What for? I don't know, but still, it's possible. I think there's a map up here. Please. Oh, okay, no. Wrong bit. Oh, okay, here it is. I think. Right? Is that it on the table? Yes. Apparently so. Yes, I guess the bit on the left is where we came from. Oh, okay, and we can get keys here that can help us carry on. What did that key say? Sorry. I clicked too quickly. Oh, okay, it's not too descriptive, is it? Didn't realise we could go through that. Interesting. So should we save here, I guess? So yeah, like the monster design in 2 and 3 is really good at times. Like obviously you've got Pyramid Head that everybody goes on about, but a lot of the other monsters are really interesting too. Is that thing just going to stay on the ceiling? Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, we're back here, aren't we? Yeah, so the door, that first locked door we stumbled upon, is the one we must be heading for. But yeah, like, I think 3 has really good monster designs as well, but like people don't really talk about it. Like everybody just goes on about Pyramid Head and just forgets about 3, which is a shame, because it does have some great designs. Like in 2 you got the is it the lying figures? The ones that look like the, I think it's the lying figures. They look like someone in a straitjacket. And obviously you've got the sexy nurses. Well, I don't think they're that sexy in 2, are they? It's mostly in the movie where they got sexied. Oh dear. So we have plenty of health, don't we? And what's some of the other monsters? Oh yeah, the can't remember the names, but like the boss that's like Angela's dad. Yeah, like the name is just on the tip of my tongue. and it just looks like two figures on a bed. Because like her dad was abusive, so it looks like two figures on a bed. It's like a door, but it looks like there's two figures on a bed, and it's on legs. Sort of like two figures under like a plastic cover or something pulled tight, and it's really creepy. Like, that's really good. What was the other one? There's quite a few. 3 has some good ones as well, like... Oh dear. Oh. Oh dear.